Hello friends, we are in Silverton, Oregon. West Coast. It's not Oregon, it's not Oregon, it's Oregon. Alright? It's lovely out here. It is a little bit warm for an Oregonian. But I'm going to show you my shop, and it is down in my basement. So it's 5 pros and 5 cons of having a shop in your basement. Alright, let's come on. Alright, so boom, we go down. Anyways, so the shop is about 15 feet wide. 15 feet wide, and I would say it is at least double that, so about 30 long. So we're facing the long end here, and it is a mess. You know, everybody's shop is really nice when they do shop tours, usually, and even when it is a mess. It mine's off the charts, I think, but who knows. Anyways, that's storage for just household stuff. I'd like to do more in-depth shop tour and get ideas as to what to do, but here it is. So I'm going to come over here to my outfeed table slash just work area. All right, I'm coming to you in my shop in Silverton, Oregon. Doing a little cleanup still, but aren't we all? We got 5 pros and 5 cons of having a basement shop. So one pro, definitely a pro, is it stays relatively cool in here with respects to how it is outside. Now it's a full basement. I'm 6 foot 3 inches tall. We do have some windows here, but it stays really nice and cool, a constant temperature here. The con of being in a basement is bringing sheet goods downstairs. Even though I have a 30-inch door, 32-inch door, and some nice stairs that come down, bringing 3/4-inch plywood, I'm not the strongest guy, bringing 3/4-inch plywood, even with a gorilla thing, any sort of help I can do, or different ways of holding it, it's just a pain in the butt to bring down here. I brought down 4 sheets of plywood. I usually go get 1, 2 sheets at a time, but I brought 4 down. It's tough for me, and it was a pain in the rear to do that. Positive about having a basement shop: nobody knows you have a basement shop, which is awesome for safety reasons. So we've got no random people walking around seeing, oh, he's got a shop in his garage, or he's got this extra room here, this extra sort of barn looking thing, I wonder what's in it. Nobody knows what this is unless they are doing a lot of detective work to figure it out. So that is a safety sort of concern that is a positive. A negative, a con, ventilation. I do have these 2 windows over here which I can show you, but it's not a lot in the way of ventilation. I've got that window there, and that one over there, and then I've got this door that I do leave open right there that I try to keep that one closed. I have a fan. I've got my own sort of do-it-yourself ventilation. It's not the best, but ventilation can be an issue in a basement shop, but I am thankful that I do have some windows. A positive for that, it is not an eyesore. My wife would hate to have some big sort of barn or extended or detached shop, or even if it was in our garage, she would not like that. But it is not an eyesore, as in you don't know that it's here. So that is a positive. A negative, sometimes we've got stuff, and mainly it's my thing that's a negative to my wife, is that my woodworking things kind of creep into the domestic or household goods or storage area here. But we do have this little extra spot underneath our porch right here, and I've got some wood storage there in the back, and I built some racks on the right side there with sheet goods below. But then this area here is a mix, and it's kind of a little ongoing debate as to who it belongs to. So those blue crates are my wife's for some dahlias that she plants, and then obviously you can see some toolboxes that are there. So being that it's in our basement and it's not separate, that can be a little bit of an issue. positive is it's not in my garage. That means my wife can drive her vehicle in the garage, especially when it's cold at night, or if there's going to be snow or frost. We don't get a whole lot of snow in Oregon, but it can be an issue, and so we park our car in the garage when I'm not curing some epoxy for a dining room table in there. So that is a positive. The negative with the basement is I stand at 6'3". I got some LED lights. Is the height clearance. Again, I'm at 6'3". We've got the lights here that I added, which are quite flush with the ceiling, so to speak, but we do have ductwork that runs all along here, and then there's a little bit of ductwork behind the camera here, and then in the room just before you walk in the laundry room, just before you walk in my shop, there's some ductwork there, and I'm always feeling like I'm crouching. So the low ceilings, even though I do have some clearance, it would still be nice to have a larger area. And then the fifth positive is also a negative, depending on how you look at it. So the positive and the negative one for my fifth pro and con is the sound. So if I'm working at night, oftentimes I do work at night, it's not as loud outside for my neighbors, so I can do whatever planing I need to do, or miter, table saw, whatever work I need to do. It's not really an issue for the neighbors. The downside of that is my family is right up here. Now, the positive side to that con is that my kids don't sleep on the ground floor, they sleep on the second floor. So there is that separation, and my wife really hasn't complained if she's in the living room while I'm down in the shop. So that is a positive and a negative, a pro and a con. So there's my 5 pros and my 5 cons of having a shop in your basement. What did I miss? If I missed anything, if you have thought of something that I haven't thought of, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, we will catch you on the next one.